International Women's Day is important because it's an opportunity for us to celebrate the achievements of women, be those in economic, social, cultural, or political areas.
I think International Women's Day is important because it actually is the opportunity to highlight gains that women have made and also to look at areas where we definitely need to make some improvements.
I think one of the biggest issues facing women, and not necessarily myself, is that we still don't have total equality. I think we still have a world where men and women don't always earn the same pay for work of equal value. I think there's still issues around the world of access to education, of access to health care. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of violence against women in our society, and I think women still aren't represented in equal numbers in either business or politics, and I think that is an issue that we should be focused on and hopefully will continue to change.
For me right now, the biggest issue for me is about women in power and women in leadership, creating space for women, other groups of women who have typically been marginalized. So my goal right now as a woman of my age is very different than it was when I was younger. Right now, really what I want to do is create an opportunity for Aboriginal women, disabled women, women of color to take on leadership roles, and I'm spending some time training younger women, women of color, to take over my role so that when I decide to leave, we have a new group of women coming in with newer ideas and different ideas, and it helps me to learn and understand that there are other groups, equity groups, who also struggle. And as a person in a position of power, as a white woman, that I have a responsibility to do something about that.
Feminism for me is a means of exploring inequality and understanding it as part of a larger relationship that's based on myths around sex and gender, and it's also about empowerment with an eye toward making things better for girls and women.
Feminist is a title I wear proudly. It's an advocate for women and equality. And that's what I do. I wear other titles in that I'm a trade unionist and I fight for rights of working people. So it's a great title to have, and I think that we have to help people understand that feminism isn't a dirty word and a feminist isn't something we should be afraid of.
I think I would recommend that men who feel passionately about these issues should speak out, should make their voices heard, and should, through their actions, continue to make sure that that they're advocating for change and for equality.
Men can make such a difference in the lives of women by remembering that they have mothers and sisters and daughters, and making sure that when they see something that's wrong, when they hear something that's wrong, that they stand up to other men and say, that's not right.
Somebody who's really inspirational for me, it was very simply my mom. She worked 3 jobs all the time to keep us fed and clothed, etc. She's very strong.
The most influential female figure when I was growing up was definitely my mom. She was a very strong woman. She had her own career. She came to Canada. I'm a first-generation Canadian, and she came to Canada without any family and without any resources, and had 2 daughters, and really made us believe that we could do anything that we wanted. So she encouraged us. She supported us. She was a role model in what she did.
There are 2 actually that I can think of. So not necessarily while I was growing up, but when I became a young woman in my early 20s, Gloria Steinem, who's a fabulous feminist, and she's taken a lot of heat recently because of the elections in the US for her views and her words, but she was a great inspiration to me and still is. And Judy Rebeck, who's a Canadian feminist and lives in Toronto, and I always love listening to Judy talk about women's issues, and she inspired me to do more.
What would I tell younger women? I would say go for it. Do what you want to do. You can do anything. There should be no barriers, and you should really just go forth and do everything that you're capable of.
I would tell them that what you do matters, that whether it's fighting for the rights of precarious workers in this day and age, whether it's fighting for women, or whether it's fighting for things like Black Lives Matter or what, it doesn't matter what it is, but what you do matters and can make a difference in the lives of other people. And it's really important that when you have a passion for something, to speak up, don't be silent, make a difference in people's lives.
Get up, stand together, and work towards making the world a better place.